Unfortunately, we are it. There isn't anybody else other than the RAF Mountain Rescue Team, who are just one. There isn't anybody else who could get you off the hill if you broke your leg.
Edale Mountain Rescue Team actually started in 1956. It's a voluntary organisation, about 60 people in it, including probably 5 aspirant team members. Like I say, we're voluntary, we get no aid at all from anywhere else except the people in the streets. And we go out and rescue people in wild and remote places and local suburbia as well.
When you say all the kit, bags, waterfall, stretcher have gone, is there anything else you require? Over.
Originally it was to do with rangers. It was rangers in the Peak District who got together and sort of formed a voluntary rescue service as well. And what we're for is really just to help people who get into trouble on the hill.
How's it? So I'm getting 18 here. Okay.
I've been associated with the team for 10 years now. I was an aspirant, which is like a trainee, for 2 years, and I've been a full team member for 8 years. Well, I've always been keen on the outdoors. You know, I came up from Essex originally, and I used to come up here on holiday. And really, it was just, it sounds a bit romantic, but it's just giving something back to the hill. You know, just trying to, the hill's given me a lot, so it's just give something back to the hill and help people out.
Right, yeah. Or do you need any technical kit over?
I've been in the team about 8 years. 18 months of that was part of the training, and then, as I say, I've been on the call-out list for about 6.5 years. Well, I got a bit of free time on my hands, and I think I tried various other things, evening classes, and thought, no, I need something a bit more of a challenge. So joined the team, thought I could support the team in some ways and actually help people off the hill as well.
To become a team member, you apply through our website. If you're successful, you'll be invited onto a training day, and we'll go onto Kinder, onto the edges somewhere, and we'll do a bit of navigation exercise, see how good you are at navigation. A bit of abseiling, but it's not abseiling as you know. We don't abseil ourselves as such. We usually lower down as a single person by a controlled environment at the top of the cliff. Then it's discussed what they thought about that person on the day, whether they're up for it, and if they are, they're successful, they'll be invited to become an aspirant team programme.
We have an intake usually twice a year. New people join and we could take them through the process, and then when they qualify they join the team, and then life changes because they're on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
I qualified 2 weeks ago in the assessment weekend, 4 weeks ago. So you do all sorts of things, from like navigation training, mainly at night, to doing the crag rescue training.
There's a minimum requirement for turning up for training. We are expected to attend at least 8 out of the 26 or so that are arranged every year. And we're also expected to carry out a certain amount of casualty care, and there's a casualty care certificate that we're expected to have as well.
Stand up and pull the slack through on the prusik.
I was a telecoms engineer, systems engineer, and I retired 2 years ago. But we've got plumbers. We haven't got a plasterer yet. We need a plasterer and a bricklayer. That's what we're short of. And we've got the full complement. Quite a few medics in, paramedics, 3 consultant anaesthetists, nurses, specialist people, really.
I'm a medical student at the minute. That's my job.
I work, I'm a civil servant, and I work in fraud. I do fraud investigations.
I'm an allied health professional, so I do have some kind of basic medical skills.
The team isn't the doctors, the team is the plumbers, the shop assistants, the teachers, the normal people within the team that can deliver high quality medical care. So as medical officer, it's my name at the top of the thing, but we're lucky in Edale team that we've got about 5 doctors, so they're able to bring a significant amount of experience and expertise into the training we deliver.
We have all the 9 edges to cover, the old main 9 climbing edges on the gritstone edges. We also cover Stony Miggleton. The gritstone edges aren't so bad because, unfortunately or fortunately, people fall. They usually fall onto the floor, so they're waiting for us on the floor in a bit of a mangled heap. If they're on the floor, great, we just scoop them up off the floor, stabilise them first, obviously. But if it's on a ledge, a lot more to it. You know, the climbing stuff's all got to be set up on the top. But we usually get a first man down with that, so we set an abseil system up, if we've got a medic there, medic down first, and then it's a case of lowering back down to the floor again. In a nutshell, that's it.
I think we average over 100 call-outs a year. Last year we got 138 call-outs. So yeah, busy team. Somebody
actually died on us, so it's bringing them back again, which I've got one to mind. I'll not name him. So it swung offline. He was climbing, should have climbed straight up. He climbed offline. So when he fell, he swung into a rock this side, where he actually died at the crag. Team members brought him back again, and he died in the air ambulance going to hospital. The air ambulance brought him back again, and I think about 12 months later, he came to base to see us all and thank us all. And that was his first day climbing ever. I don't know why it put him off. I don't think it did actually. You know, it's nice for us to see people come back when we have that kind of accident and thank us. And that's the other people that fundraise, really. That person did a lot of fundraising for us, and I think it's an ongoing thing with him.
We have been involved with rescuing animals as well. We get sheep off of ledges. There's one ledge where the sheep just really do enjoy getting stuck on. We put a dog at the bottom to stop the sheep from jumping. And then we lower some people down. We have like a sheep rescue harness. Somehow wrestle the sheep into this harness and then lower it to the ground into the arms of the waiting farmer.
Other than that, it's people again slipped or tripped and shoulder injuries, wrist injuries. The most common one is somebody slipping on a footpath and turning their ankle. That is the most common one, no doubt at all.
Help us! Can you help? And she's not talking. She's not a bad thing. Oh, but well, we were sledging together.
So they could have just twisted the ankle, they could have broke the ankle, they could have a compound fracture of the ankle with a bone sticking out of the thing.
You keep all yourself still.
So unless we stabilise that fracture, and that means actually pulling on the limb itself to bring the 2 bones into place again, the bones could be compromised in the circulation of blood.
I was walking with a group on Halloween 2010, and we went up Blackton Brook, and one of my friends slipped and broke her leg, and she had to be rescued. I didn't see the actual rescue because it was quite a long walk and it was getting dark, so 4 people stayed with the injured person and the rest had to continue on to Bamford. But that's got me interested. And then I found out that our local team, Edale, had the support group, so I thought I wouldn't mind joining that.
Mountain Rescue is unusual. It's one of the biggest charities in the UK without a single paid employee. Fundraising wise, lots of different routes and different teams manage it in different ways. We're fairly proactive with our fundraising in as much as we will every bank holiday make sure we have a presence in both Edale Village, Hatherside Village, and that's both to shake our tin, engage with the locals, the public, and raise the presence of the team. And it may well be that someone you chat to when you're fundraising, who puts a quid in the tin then takes that thought back and nominates us as their work charity of the year.
People see us, we're always here. I remember the Land Rover being here long before I got interested in mountain rescue.
It can be challenging at times. The work itself, you know, they're a great bunch of people, really great people, and they do a lot of good work, give up a lot of time. Yeah, everybody, at the end of the day, we all get on, we do what we need to do.
Everybody's a good laugh, it's good fun. We all get on really well together, so it's a nice team to be in. We're all common interests really, we're all outdoors, all as people, walkers, climbers and everything, so we've all, from day one, we've all got something to talk about pretty much. So.
The ethos of mountain rescue is climbers and walkers, looking after climbers and walkers.